GoGuardian is a great tool to use to support remote learning. It's a device management and monitoring platform that allows you to see student Chromebook activity both in live time and afterwards. There's a couple of different features that might assist you and your students in remote learning, specifically remote Mondays, such as the chat feature where you can send individual students messages, announcement feature where you can send all class messages that have to be acknowledged for students to resume activity on their device. You can also present to class, which pushes out content directly to student screens, and even force close and force open tabs for students. A huge time saver is that GoGuardian sessions can actually be scheduled and set up ahead of time and can set to be reoccurring, so kind of a one and done situation. And if scheduled, the session will run even if you don't log into GoGuardian at all, even if you don't use that live feature of being able to see students' screens and their Chromebook usage. It'll still send you, if you want, an email summary report of the session, and this is adjustable in settings. So again, and I'll show you this too in a second, you can view screens in live time. This is kind of your main dashboard where you can communicate with students, monitor their screens, push out announcements, lock their screens, force open or force close tabs, or even present to class. You'll also get a summary report of device usage afterwards if you elect to in your email. And you'll also be able to go back through GoGuardian and look at kind of like an interactive timeline of student device usage. So this is just to show you a little bit closer up what the session summary looks like and the information that it gives you. So I have a Google Meet up and running right now, some students in it, and a GoGuardian session running up on some of those students as well. So you can see I can kind of get a quick glimpse at who's on their device, what they're working on. I click on a student, I can see closer up, they're on Google Classroom. I can close or even open a new tab for a student, lock their device, send a screenshot, send a chat message by turning this feature on as well, or send a full class announcement. If you do take a screenshot, they'll be located here. This is where you can access sort of minute by minute timelines, and this you can do obviously in live time and afterwards as well. And this is the new present to class feature where you can actually lock students into your presentation and present your screen all at once. If this is something that you wanted to set up ahead of time to schedule, all you would do is in GoGuardian is you would go to calendar and hit add to calendar. You would select the GoGuardian class you're creating the schedule for. So let's just say this was going to be for my Google Meet class, and this was going to be every Monday from 8 to 9. I could add another day or time if needed. I could add to calendar, and it's all set. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It will just run for me, and if I needed to check in kind of live time, I could. If I didn't want to check in at all, I just kind of wanted that summary report emailed to me afterwards, totally fine. If there was a Monday I knew we weren't meeting and I didn't need the GoGuardian session to run, I mean, it's not the end of the world if it does run, but I didn't need it to run, I could always edit it or cancel it from calendar here. I go over to classrooms and I find that class, my Google Meet class, and I come into my settings. I can view sessions, calendar, edit class, add co-teachers, add students, archive, and delete. But I want to show you where you can make sure that you receive those nice email summaries. You go to your settings and reporting. Just make sure if you want to receive those that this is enabled. Enable session report emails. You don't want it, you don't want to be bombarded with those emails, you can turn it off. It is just kind of a nice thing to have and a nice thing to see. So GoGuardian, while it might just feel like, oh man, this is just one more thing to worry about on Mondays, using the calendar setting to just quickly add in your classes or your class and just have that GoGuardian session automatically up and running. So if you needed to see in live time what's going on, even if you wanted to help troubleshoot any issues with a student, you can utilize that chat feature and kind of navigate them through. Maybe you might check on a student who's got 15 tabs open and is saying, things are a little slow or something like that. You can kind of help resolve that and maybe see what the issue is, or it's just nice to kind of have that data or that information to look at about student device usage afterwards as well.